નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. વેલકમ ટુ આદર્શ એજ્યુકેશન સોસાયટી. Hello students, today we will study about the next topic, that is diagonals. This is the topic of standard 8, chapter number 3, understanding the quadrilaterals. Okay, so what is diagonals? Now we know that what is a closed figure, what is a polygon. Now this terminology diagonal is related to the polygon. What is a diagonal? See, a line segment connecting two non-consecutive vertices. That line segment is called as a diagonal. Let us understand by taking a shape. This is a shape which has a four sides. So four sides closed curve, we can say this is a polygon, and the type of this polygon is a quadrilateral because it has a four line segment. So now here there is already a line segment. QR is already a line segment, RS is already a line segment, and SP is already a line segment. So can we draw another line segment? Yes, we can join P and R. P and R. By joining P and R, we get another line segment, and that line segment is called the diagonal. Right? See what is given here: non-consecutive vertices. How many vertices are there? Four. This is a vertex, this is a vertex, this is a vertex, and this is four vertices are there. So we can say four vertices are there. Which two vertices we have to select? Which are non-consecutive. Consecutive means if we take P, then Q, P and Q are called the consecutive vertex. Q and R called the consecutive. But we do not have to select the consecutive. We have to select non-consecutive vertices. So if we take P, then we cannot take Q. We have to skip this Q and then we have to select R. So by joining these non-consecutive vertices, we get a diagonal. In the same way, if we take Q, we cannot take R. We have to select S. By skipping R and by selecting S, we get one another line segment SQ or QS. So for quadrilateral, we get maximum two diagonals. Okay, let's take one another shape. How many sides are there? Five sides. This is a pentagon, right? Because five sides diagonal is called as a pentagon. So how many vertices are there? Five vertices. Okay, if I select vertex A, then I cannot select B because non-consecutive vertices we have to select. So by skipping B, we can take C, right? So when we join AC, then AC will become a diagonal. Now, as here we cannot take B only, we can take D also, right? So by joining A to D, here you can see that we can get another diagonal AD. Right? Now here we get two diagonals from the vertex A, that is one is AC, one is AD. Now what will happen if I select B? Whenever we select B, we cannot select C, right? Because this is our consecutive vertex. So by skipping C, we can select D. Okay. By joining BD, we get another diagonal. In the same way, we can select E also. So by joining B and E, we get another vertex, another diagonal BE. But we cannot now select again A because B and A are consecutive. In the same way, if I select C, we cannot take B and D, but we can select E and A. So by joining CE, we get one another diagonal. By joining C and A, we get another diagonal. If I select D, we cannot take C and E, so we can join BD and AD. Right? So in the same way, you can now consider that how many diagonals the pentagon has. Count one. From each vertex, we can get the two diagonals. But AC and CA both are called the same diagonals. We cannot classify it as a two different diagonals. Okay? So how many diagonals we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Right? How many diagonals we get? 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 diagonals we get. Okay. So now next topic is how to classify the uh, how to classify the polygons in convex and concave. Convex types of polygons are such polygons in which if we draw the diagonals, then the diagonals remains inside the shape. Suppose we join these 2 points, this diagonal remains inside the shape. If we draw another diagonal, it will remain inside the shape. So this is called as an convex polygon. Here also, if we draw these 2 diagonals, they will remain inside the polygon. So these polygons are called the convex polygon. Now here, concave. Concave means if we draw all the diagonals and if one of the diagonals remains the outside the shape, then it is called as an concave. See, this is one vertex. If we skip this, we can select this, and by joining these 2, we get a diagonal according to the definition, but this diagonal remains outside the shape. In the same way here also, if we select this shape, then by skipping this vertex, we get this. So this and this vertex are non-consecutive vertex. By joining these 2 points, we get a diagonal, but this diagonal is again remain outside the shape. That is why these 2 shapes are called the concave. So now it is clear which diagonal, which polygon we can say as a concave and which one is a concave. Right? Okay. Now in another way also we can classify the polygon like regular polygon or irregular polygon. Right? So which are called the regular polygons? See, this is a triangle. If this triangle have all the sides are equal and all the angles are equal, then that shape is called as a regular polygon. Like in this triangle, all the sides are equal and all the angles are equal. So this is called as a regular polygon or regular triangle. We can also say it as an equilateral triangle. This is an example of quadrilateral because 4 sides are there. If all the 4 sides are equal and if all the 4 angles are also equal, then it is called as an regular polygon. And this regular polygon is a quadrilateral. We can say it is a regular quadrilateral, and regular quadrilateral is again called as a fixed name, that is called the square. Okay, so this is a square, this is an equilateral triangle. This type of shapes which has equiangular, we can also say it is an equiangular and equilateral. Equiangular means all the angles must be equal and equilateral means all the sides must be equal. So what are called the irregular polygon? The shape any polygon which has not equal sides and equal angles are called the irregular polygons. Like this is a right angle triangle. So this angle is 90 degree and both these angles are less than 90 degree. Again we can see that this side is smaller than this side. So sides and angles are not equal. It is called as an irregular polygon. This is also a shape which is a quadrilateral because 4 sides are there. Here you can see that this side and this side are equal. Opposite sides are equal. In the same way, these sides are also equal. But all 4 sides are not equal. That is why it is called as an irregular polygon. Which shape we used to say this? We used to say this type of shape as a rectangle, in which opposite sides are equal. See, this side and this sides are equal. This side and this sides are equal. And all the angles are 90 degree. Right? So one condition here is satisfied that it is a equiangular. All the angles are equal. But all the sides are not equal. That is why it is called as an irregular polygon. So in this way we can classify the polygons in convex concave and regular irregular. Right? So this is all about this lecture. Okay? Thank you. Thank you for joining us.